looks up from his work and grins.
Blessed Mother, bringer of magic, I pray for these sorcerers. Give them your protection as they search for the soul jars in your name. May they have the wisdom to return them to you. May they be granted the strength to do what must be done.
Help you?
Have my admiration and my thanks. Keep your chin up, kid.
Chin officially up, Sir Gareth.
What word do you bring?
I'm healed.
For a while there, I had one foot and both particulars in the Hall of Echoes.
My Lucian's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
For a while there, I had one foot.
We'll turn the tides, my friend.
together, Leia. You're doing.
What word do you bring?
Give them your protection as they search for the soul jars in your name. May they have the wisdom to return them here,
We'll turn the tides, my...
to do what must be done.
What word do you bring?
I told you, lads, we didn't home in no time.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
We'll turn the...
Blessed Mother, bringer of magic, I pray for these sorcerers. Give them your protection as they search for the soul jars in your name. May they have the wisdom to return them. May they be granted the strength to do what must be done.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
You've done well so far. Keep it up.
I'm glad you're back, sir. We all are.
You've done well so far. Keep it up.
Did you see? Garrett's back.
Yes, sir.
He's here to take
Thank
us
you,
home.
sir.
I pray
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these Scots.
as they search for the soul jars.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
Thank you again for all you've done for us.
I welcome is yours.
I told you, lads, we didn't home in no time.
I pray for your as they search for the soul jars in your name. May they have the wisdom to return them. May they be granted the strength to do what must be done.
I told you, lads, we didn't home in no
Garrett's
time.
back. He's here to take us home.
Thank the goddess Armada, not
You've done well so far. Keep it up.
Your teaching served me well, sir.
You didn't lose your head. Well
I
done,
told
my
you,
lad.
lads, we didn't home in no time.
Glad you're
I
back, sir.
pray for these
We all are.
Give them your protection as they search for the soul jars in your name. May they have the wisdom to return them here. May they be granted the strength to do what must be done.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Make the blades sharp and true.
As you command.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Did you see?
Go in our
He's here to take us home.
He looks up from his work and grins.
Bringer of magic, I pray for these sorcerers.
Help you?
You're in luck, sorcerer. Gareth's back. And he's going to get us out of
I
here.
think I dodged the whole
All
of
of
echoes
us.
there.
Gareth's returned to us. Maybe we'll be able to get...
My Lucian's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
I can stand. I'm here.
My Lucian's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
I think I dodged the whole of echoes there.
The young man has abandoned the maps and now prepares his armor with happy urgency. He sees you approach.
Thank the goddess Armada. Not
We appreciate your hospitality, esteemed brethren.
my welcome.
Did you see? Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Blessed Mother, bringer of magic, I pray for these sorcerers. Give them your protection as they search for the soul.
Thank you. Now with...
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Oh, hey! Hey! I thought you might be Emmy. It's nice to see you. I think I love you.
I'll pay you.
What word do you bring? We'll turn the tide.
That was close.
Keep your chin up, kid.
Chin officially up, Sir Gareth.
He looks up from his work and grins.
Help you?
Get those weapons into shape. We'll need them.
Aye, sir.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the
time.
soul jars? They reside in a vault, hidden on a beach to the northeast. I wish my direction... Bracchus had his favorite necromancers design a vault in which he could hide his most precious things.
You'll show your mettle soon, Squire.
It's my honor to serve you, sir.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
The proud man has returned, but yours is the pride, is it not? All in this sanctuary rejoice to have Sir Gareth back, but yours is the glory. Good. You did well. These seekers were blind without their leader, but you returned their one-eyed king. All kings, like their castles, must crumble. You are right. But today we live, and today we will not topple.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. I should neutralize this thing before it does damage. Careful! I've spotted a trap.
I'd say we should stop to talk.
What strange witchery is this?
Hey! Hey you! Let me see what you've got under there. Go on, go on. Show me your... tits. Still opening that mouth of yours, are you? Careful with that. I quite like the look of it. How awkward. See, the thing is, just stop. No one cares what you're embarrassing yourself. Leave before you hurt yourself too. You're pathetic. Ha! You want to hit me, don't you? Quite a vision, aren't I? You should go before you get hurt. Here today, gone tomorrow. Life's a dream, isn't it?
An illusion. This fellow must be quite proud of himself. Clever.
Didn't I tell you to leave? Wasn't I clear that you're not welcome here? Ah, you can't teach a fool anything.
That was even easier than I thought. That was even easier than I thought.
Pathetic boy. This isn't some game. In what world?
That was even easier than I thought. That was even easier than I thought.
Attacking! Evasive maneuvers, Crackers!
Poor idiot.
But it's a riddle, isn't it? A conundrum. What's it you'll have to solve? I thought you looked clueless, alright? Thing is, it's about the letters, isn't it? One for each thing. Easy. Yeah, sure. Hope you don't die. Well, nice to meet you too. Rude thing.
You come to find. You come to search. But you won't find the way. A pity. I cannot help you. I only give the questions. I do not answer them. Brachus has willed it. Trompe-l'oeil must abide. You have met the unfortunate guardian of this vault. Judge him with a forgiving heart. Fate has been unkind to him. Do you wish to move forward? Listen closely and make your attempt. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is... You know nothing. Guess again. Listen closely. And Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is... You know nothing. You dullard. You lack conviction.
Slowly, gravely. Slowly,
Poor. You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
You come to find. You come to serve. I cannot help. Brachus has willed it. Judge him, but do you wish to move forward? Listen closely. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is. You know nothing. Guess again. Listen closely and make your attempt. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is. You know nothing. Guess again. You come to find. I can't. Brachus, judge him with a forgive. Do you wish to move forward? Listen close. Brachus, either you're very good at guessing or the slightest bit clever. Let's find out for certain. Listen closely. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is... Fool, you are unequal to the task at hand. You come to find I can't. Brachus has willed it. Judge him, but do you wish to listen close? Brachus, either you're listen close. Source is perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe Trompdoy told you the answers. Is that it? Is he hoping you'll... It doesn't matter in any case. The path is opened. Go freely. I know little, but you have proven yourself a knowing traveler. I will answer what I can. Brachus rekt discovered the way. This he researched here, upon this isle. He could remove the source from any creature or individual. I saw the stars he used myself. They were most impressive. Brachus rekt has charged him, tried him, convicted and punished him. I know not the crime, but he has been sentenced to remain in this vault for all time and to prevent others from entering. Trompdoy was, and is, a creative man. He knew petty magic in his day. But this he has used to carve this place out from a simple vault, myself included.
Prepare yourself. Show yourself.
Something nearby.
what's real when it stabs you. I'll yield to none.
As you pick up the ring, you feel a cold, dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. That's plenty. Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
You made it all this way. I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. The soul jar stands on its... You see, or rather, you feel, a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of rekt melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing. Something inside you strains. You are replete. You cannot absorb more source. The jar stands before you, cold. A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
The memories of a necromancer. What could be more vile?
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
One must wonder how many more lives they took. How much misery the scum caused.
The jar on the plinth, the pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing. You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he did shames his people.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Quercus, where are we?
No leaves, no trees, no soil. This is horrific!
The helmeted figure before you slowly turns to face you. He raises his weapon, a great ethereal sword, and rushes forward, ready to strike you. The figure plants a foot before you and swings his sword down, hard, stopping short just over the base of your skull. The sword seems to hesitate, enticing the fine hairs on your neck upward.
What are you waiting for? Fight!
The figure charges you head on, ready to plunge the sword into your chest. As he charges, he suddenly evaporates into the ether, passing through your body. Deep, dark cold blooms in every particle of your body. The figure materializes behind you and grabs your head with one hand, pressing his sword to your throat with the other. If you so much as breathe too suddenly, it will slice your jugular with ease.
You are my champion? How I wasted my efforts saving you as the ship went down. The time for fealty is gone. The fight to survive is the only remaining battle. The Divine is dead. Voidwoken haunt the night. Do you think I would let my people, our people, suffer so deeply without intervening? I chose you to be my champion, but it seems I've chosen wrong.
He staggers back, holding his nose. The wound on your neck quickly knits together. He smiles.
You may do well after all. Recognize me. You are my champion, and I am your god.
He lifts his visor. Two deep green eyes fix you in their stare. In an instant, you know you are speaking to Rekt, god of all humans.
You have brought yourself. This gives me hope.
I see a spark in you. The beginnings of a fire that may blaze our path back to preeminence in Rivellon. This is why I've chosen you. To lead humankind back toward divinity.
This is why you are my selected. My Godwoken. I have no doubt. The potential within you is tremendous. Let me show you.
A great surge of power arrests your heart, your mind. When it passes, you feel ecstatic, replete.
You may have noticed I've tried to help you on your journey. I blessed the water beneath your feet so that it would aid you. Now, you have the power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. Only one like you can wield them. One marked for greatness. One who can either rise to this great task, or let her people fall to ruin. Your purpose will be great, but the first step is simple. Escape the grasp of those who would do you harm. You and you alone must safely leave this place. You and you alone must rise above the reach of minor people.
Rekt visibly bristles at the mention of your companions.
I am not the only of the seven seeking a champion, my child. Your friends may have been similarly summoned by powers that threaten the very existence of our race.
He casts his gaze over the war below, where God fights God in a relentless, bloodless battle.
Times have changed. The gods are at war. The victor will choose the terms of peace. If we fail, if you fail, our race may well be lost. A father knows when he may trust in his children, and when he must intervene. I know that you will succeed, if you choose it. Do not disappoint me.
Bloody ring! It's loose! Get off me and stay off!
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it. It's already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn. And that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in. The shield thinks saving its world isn't something it should be grateful for, Quercus. How can something so large be so small-minded? No, I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One.
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, you're welcome. But can we please get on and save the world now?
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if...
reputation of Brackus Rex, we should tread gingerly. What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock. The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert. You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free. Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. The shrine starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open.
Valiant one! Do you have new tales to tell? That story's better than the last one, that's for certain. Keep them coming.
Good work, son.
Yes, sir.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
Keep your wits about you.
They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brackus Rex, but more than his lover. I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. Not I. They are older than Brackus. Ancient relics from a bygone age. He uncovered them. I merely encouraged him to explore their promise. These weapons do not kill, but maim in the most horrible way. With them, you can steal the source of your enemies and make it your own. Yes, he drained the power of his enemies in battle, and then his political enemies at home, and then the slaves that displeased him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brackus grew paranoid, angry, murderous. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Told you last.
Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil. But Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, sister. Thank you for your wisdom and for your bravery. Go in Armadia's grace, friend.
Glad you're with us, Leia.
Thank you, Gareth. I can't wait to go home.
Blessed Armadia, grant these soldiers your protection. I pray you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass.
It's peaceful here, but
I
I'll not
pray
be
you
sorry
see
to see
them
the back of
safe.
these swamps.
My thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
Take heart, Leia. You're stronger than you know.
It is good to see you. We were afraid. We were so afraid.
I told you, lass, we'll be heading home in no time.